Hey, and welcome back to my channel. This is Evie with Evie Reviews. There's not going to be a break because I'm recording this different. The intro won't be in here, but this will be my season finale review of P-Valley season 1. So let's get into it. I'm going off of memory. Charge this to my head, not my heart. I was watching this while I was cupcaking with New Boo, so there's that. I was multitasking. And my lash is doing something funny, so we're just gonna there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we start where we left off. We're back in the club. It's murder night. Things are happening. Little Murder gets out there and he kills it. The little manager dude who came to see the record exec that came to see Little Murder is there and he's killing it. Mississippi is killing it. The manager guy seems to only have eyes for Mississippi, even though he's there to see Little Murder. But Little Murder got a new song and he gets out there and he rips the stage and all the broads is on there dancing and cutting fool and getting down and everybody's having a good time. Meanwhile, Autumn / Haley is back in the boom boom room, and she giving this slow ass whine, and they talking about. He's like, "Where's my money?" And she was like, "He's like, you took $250,000. Where's my money?" And it turns out Haley was an executive, and they was like, they always underestimate the pretty girl. I think they stole that money from the company. I think what they were insinuating is that they embezzled that money. And then she double crossed and stole the money from him. So, Uncle Clifford and Big L see on the camera, he tried to choke her out and she was like, there's cameras all over here. They'll come back here. And so she's like standing there talking to him, and Uncle Clifford is like, these girls gonna make me knock them out. And so he tells Big L to go handle what's happening in the boom boom room. Big L was gonna tell Diamond to go take care of it. Diamond said, I'm too busy at the front getting people in. I can't. You gonna have to take care of it. And Big L was gonna go take care of it, but he gets a call from Gidget's boyfriend that he's out back with the dope. So Big L got to go and handle that situation. So nobody goes to check in on Haley and this man. So Mercedes is in the other boom boom room and she's talking to the coach and she's trying to make a deal with him to give her the other $10K for her gym. And so, his help comes with a lot of strings attached. It's just a whole lot of strings, unnecessary strings. Like he wants to own her mind, body, and soul. And Mercedes is like, no, you a business partner. That's all I need. Just $10,000 doesn't mean you get to fuck whenever you get ready. This business partner just means just that, a business partner. I want you to partner with me in this business. Ain't no free punani every time you get good and damn ready. That's not what's happening over here, player. That's not what we doing. That's not what's going on. So while she's thinking about that, first of all, the little fat boy that Chocolate Daddy that lives across the street from Mercedes, who saw Haley's poster, the little fat boy, is trying to get in the club and he got a fake ID. And Diamond lets him in. I think Diamond knew that he was a representative of Chocolate Daddy. I think that's what was happening. So he let him in. So Lil Man goes to find out where Mercedes is, and he knocks on the door, and Mercedes answers the door, and she was like, "What are you doing in here? You're too young to be here." And he hands her the poster, and he was like, "Man told me to give you this." and it's the poster of the missing poster of Haley. And in that picture, the man Martavia's hand is on Haley's shoulder, and you see the ring. And then Mercedes immediately flashed back to the man who said he wanted Haley to dance with him, and he has the same ring on. And then the light bulb immediately, she's like, trouble in the city, trouble in the city. So she goes trucking. First of all, that little mannish little boy said something crazy to her, and she was like, if you don't take your mannish ass on somewhere and nobody has time for that. So the coach is like, wait, I thought we were going to toast to our new endeavor. And she was like, yeah, I don't know. Your shit got too many strings attached, and I got to, I don't know. So Mercedes goes running. She goes running across to knock on the office door to get somebody to come help. And nobody is there to help. Nobody is in the office to help. So Mercedes goes to look for, to the locker to get the gun. No gun. So she runs back and she barges in, and then he got both of them. And he breaks a bottle and puts it to her neck, and then it's a whole Mexican standoff. So in the meantime, in between time, so Lil Murder in Mississippi and his manager Wuda, his friend Wuda, and the record executive guy are sitting in the VIP, and they're talking business. And so he's really giving the business to Miss Mercedes. And Mercedes spits a few bars, and he was like, oh, let me find out you got bars too. And he was like, I want to put you in a 360 deal. Pump your brakes. That's what I knew he wasn't about shit. When he said I can put you in a whole 360 deal, nope. Ain't now. Nope. A 360 deal means that no matter what it is that you do, for the intent and purposes, for the time that you are signed to that contract, it don't matter what you do. The record company gets a huge chunk of whatever it is that you do. No, if you sell a t-shirt with your name on it, they get a chunk. If you go on tour, they get a chunk. No, I'm not. No, not he don't. They don't mean that. I knew as soon as he said that, he didn't mean them no good in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And he's trying to play Lil Murder off to the left and try and boost Mercedes. Now, while not Mercedes, but Mississippi. Now, while that is happening, Mississippi's old punk ass baby daddy is like, can I see you for a second? And she was like, I'll be there in a minute. And he was like, no, I need to see you right now. And she was like, listen, bitch. But before that happened, Uncle Clifford came in and he was like, is everything going okay? And he put his hand on, Lil Murder's arm. And Lil Murder was like, don't touch me. He was very touch me not in front of this record executive, because the record executive already said some homophobic, transphobic shit already, which got his guard up. So Uncle Clifford quickly was like, bet. You said you wanted us to be in the light, but as soon as some light come, it's a problem, not an issue. So Uncle Clifford, clearly in his feelings, and rightfully so, he walks away. And so he goes into the office and he gets a drink, get himself together. Like, he's already upset because they finna lose the paint. So we then see Uncle Clifford see Mercedes and Mercedes, Haley, and Martavius in this room. And so he calls Diamond on the radio and says, Diamond, I need you to handle this. And he's like, I'm busy at the front. She's like, do I need to say it again? And he was like, okay, Uncle Clifford, I got it. Before Diamond can get back there to where that is happening, shit jumps off with Mississippi's boyfriend. So they're getting into an altercation. Somebody has shot into the air. I can't remember who had the gun that shot in the air, but he done shot into the air, so everybody's leaving the club. And chaos ensues. So Uncle Clifford's like, okay, well, clearly I'm going to have to go do this myself. So he pulls the gun that Diamond pulled off one of the customers out the box. And so he goes, and there is a standoff with Martavius, Mercedes, and Haley. And there's a big tussle, there's a big fight, and then all of a sudden we hear pop, 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 3 shots, and then there's blood coming up through the door. Child, it was a lot. Now back to Diamond and uh Mississippi's baby daddy is in a big old fight. I thought Diamond, they have been portraying Diamond to be this superhero this whole time. He's been whooping asses and taking names. But he couldn't dust this old dusty racist bastard. Like, I don't understand how my nigga, how is this? I don't like that. I feel like Diamond should have just boop, 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 and then the fight should have been over. But at the point where Diamond got the upper hand was beating the brakes off this nigga. Mississippi shows up with the pink gun. Mississippi is the one who took the gun. And she points it at Diamond and she's like, get off of him. This is why my mama told me to stay out of domestic situations. This shit right the fuck here. See, you trying to help a bitch. Because we all know this nigga is beating the bricks off of you, girl. He is beating the bricks off of you. And the man who knows, cares, and has love for you, you point your gun at him? You pointed your gun at him. See, that's that wishy-washy, flippy-floppy shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. So, okay, so we then go to the next day. It's the next day. Everybody is, first of all, they tricked us. Because the last thing we saw before we go to the next day is we hear the pop, pop, pop of the guns in the room with Mercedes, Haley, and Martavius. And we see the blood, and we don't know who got shot. So we go to the next day, and Uncle Clifford's grandma is on the front porch, all dressed all in black, in tears. I said, oh, Jesus, they didn't kill Uncle Clifford. But he came out the door. And before I could really get emotional, he came out the door. So it wasn't Uncle Clifford. So everybody is dressed in black. They're going to the auction for the pink. So why did Uncle Clifford's blind grandmother try? Why did she try to drive? She snatched the key. She's like, as many times as I know, I've lived in Chucalissa all my life. I know where the damn office at. But Mima, you can't see. You can't see. You can't see the drive, Mima. You can't. That's not. Get your ass in the passenger. I love you. Get your ass in the passenger seat, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And so they drive on down to the auction. And so, of course, the mayor of Chucalissa is truly dressed like a barnyard pimp. He is dressed all in red, like he looked like he from Augusta. Like, it's, sir. He looked crazy. I should have took a picture. It was crazy. That red suit was, oh baby, what are you? No, don't y'all never say nothing about Uncle Clifford and how he dresses. If you saw that red suit and was okay with it, don't you, Nia? Don't air. As long as you talk to me, don't air. Talk to me about that damn Uncle Clifford and how he dressed. I feel like Toota's having a hissy fit, but I'm gonna keep going. So we're there for the auction. Andre and his little raggedy ass wife is there with him and his barnyard pimp of a goddaddy, the mayor of Chucalissa. And so he was like, "Yeah, this shouldn't take long. I'm authorized to spend up to $200,000, to get the pink." So they get to auction it, and $55,000. He's like, "Oh," he was like, "Well, damn, ain't no what he didn't started bidding yet. He didn't even say the number yet." He's like, "We're gonna start the auction." He said, "Can he give a price? You just going whatever the price is." You okay? Calm down. Clearly, Andre's never been to an auction before and don't know auction etiquette, sir. No, and you're not supposed to act like you wanted that bad because that drives the price up. You can have some jackass who don't want the property just gonna keep bidding you until you bid you up, and then you have the satisfaction of sticking you with whatever the price is because he ain't never wanted shit in the first place. Okay, so they get to auction and he's like 55,000. He's like, he's like, yes, man, and 55,000. And then here come Haley Autumn out of nowhere, dressed all in white, and she starts bidding, and he starts bidding, and they bid, and he was like 75,000, and she was like 150,000. And he was like, well, I can only go up to 200. Let me call him. And so he goes to call the people. And when the man answers, he look at Haley and he hangs up the phone. He acts like the man didn't pick up. We heard him pick up. But he hangs up the phone. He's like, I still can't go over 200,000. And his uncle's like, you better bid, nigga. You better bid. You better get bid. And so they're going back and forth. And Haley says $250,000. And they was like sold to Haley. So Haley bought the pink. The uncle jumps up and he was like, just so you know, this is an auction where you have to have the liquid cash up front today in order for you to purchase the pink. And she politely take her bag and dump the money out of his feet, and he got to go sit his ass down. He's angry. And so finally he gets on the phone with the man, and he's like, well, there was an issue with the getting the pink, da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, I guess they're going to discuss it. He said, well, you know what we got to do now? I don't know if they're not going to do it there. They're going to find somewhere else to go or what, or they're going to pay Uncle Clifford some money to get, I don't know. That'll be in season 2, but that is where we are. So we then go back. We're back at the pink, and Cliff. Well, first, let's go to Mercedes. Mercedes is distraught. I believe she is the one who pulled the trigger and killed Martavius. She is distraught, sitting in front of her mama's new church that her mama bought with her money. Like, that thing aggravates my spirit so bad. It aggravates me so bad. It is so bad. That thing aggravates me so bad that her mama is opening the church with stolen funds from her daughter, and then had the nerve to act all pious and I'm better than, and you stole your daughter's. Okay. So she was like, she's sitting there distraught, and her mama walks up on her, and she was like, so she's like, God, she's like, your God is a God of second chances. And she was like, second, third, or fourth. She's like, but there ain't nothing I can do for you now. And she walks the fuck off. So your child comes to you. You've already proven your level of ain't shitness, but not even the emotional shit. You done stole the baby's money. The least you could do, Christian woman, mother, the very least you could do is comfort your daughter in her time of need. That is the bare minimum. That is the absolute least that you could do. But she don't, and leave poor Mercedes banging on the door. She's hysterical. And like, you couldn't even hug her and tell her it's all, like, I don't understand. Okay, I'm not going to get angry. I'm going to reel it back because we're almost done. So we then go to the pink, and they're cleaning, and he's cleaning up the glass, and they're trying to get it clear because they got to open up tonight because the pink ain't going nowhere. And so Haley and tells grandma says, here, you want a shot? And she was like, no, I don't drink anymore. Wonderful. She stopped drinking. My daughter gonna make me fight her. So we then Haley and Uncle Clifford have a conversation. He was like, why did you buy the pink? And she was like, well, last night I owed you, and now today you owe me. And they shook hands. She was like, partner. And they shook hands. And she was like, well, we got to get it together because the pink opens tonight. And so that was how that's how this season finale ended. This show grabbed me by my esophagus and would not let go. I'm so glad that I watched it. I'm so glad that I reviewed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I cannot wait to season 2. That we have a lot of unanswered questions about what's happening and what's going on. I cannot wait till we get back down to the pink where the girls get naked. If you got bands that you know they're gonna shake it, hey, 1, 2, check them. Okay, so I'm gonna get my life together. So this was my review and recap of the season finale of Pvalley season 1. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kin, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.